Weird American laws.
Imagine this. You're at a city Halloween parade, having the time of your life. You pull out a $3 can of silly string, give it a spray, and suddenly you're hit with a $1,000 fine. Not because you made a mess. For exactly 24 hours on Halloween, that innocent little can is legally classified as an assault weapon. Tonight, we're breaking down all 50 of the dumbest Halloween bans. Plain English, zero fluff, plenty of sarcasm. Fewer fines, more fun. Ready? Let's go. Number 50. In some towns, just being a teenager on Halloween night is already a crime. In Chesapeake, Virginia, anyone over 14 is banned from trick-or-treating, so a high school freshman saying trick-or-treat can get slapped with a fine of up to $100. Back in the 1970s version of the law, you could even get 6 months in jail. Congratulations, you officially grew up too fast. Number 49. That silly string joke from the intro? Not a joke. In Hollywood, California, from midnight October 31st until noon November 1st, it's illegal to use, sell, or even possess silly string on a huge chunk of Hollywood Boulevard. Fine? Up to $1,000. Your $3 can just became more expensive than your rent. Welcome to Hollywood, where even cheap fun is a felony. Number 48. The scariest thing on Halloween isn't monsters. It's ancient laws nobody bothered to repeal. In Dublin, Georgia, it's still illegal to appear in public wearing a mask or anything that conceals your identity. No Halloween exception written in. So that Ghostface mask or your kid's superhero costume technically makes you a lawbreaker. Cops usually don't hassle trick-or-treaters. Usually. Number 47. HOAs treat holiday spirit like it has an expiration date. Most associations allow decorations up no more than 30 days before the holiday and demand they come down within 2 weeks after. Put your giant inflatable spider out on October 1st? Violation. First a warning letter, then daily fines start rolling in. Your giant inflatable spider might end up costing more than a Thanksgiving turkey. Number 46. Your kid's awesome ninja costume, school sends them home faster than you can say shuriken. Many districts have strict zero weapons policies that cover costume props, plastic swords, toy guns, even flimsy cardboard sights for a Grim Reaper outfit. Teachers can't tell fake from real in a crowded hallway, so arm your little warrior with nothing but a killer smile. Number 45.
Subscribe and drop a like.
Dressed your dog in a cute pumpkin costume? Congrats, it could technically be animal cruelty. Lots of cities have laws banning pet outfits that restrict movement, breathing, or vision. Too tight, too heavy, covers the eyes, and your wholesome Instagram photo becomes evidence. If your pup looks more miserable than festive, you're in trouble. Number 44. Went trick-or-treating without reflective tape? In some small towns, you'll get stopped. Local rules require kids' costumes or candy bags to have reflective material after dark. Pure safety measure, so drivers see them. Usually, cops just hand you a free roll of tape. Mandatory costume upgrade, courtesy of the local police department. Number 43. Your teenager needs to be home before the late news even starts. Dozens of towns and counties run special strict Halloween curfews for minors, sometimes as early as 8 or 9 p.m. Goal: stop vandalism and mischief. Police patrol neighborhoods and send groups of kids home. "I'm just walking my little sister" is not a valid excuse. Number 42. Your giant front yard dragon blocking the sidewalk. City code calls that a public menace. Most towns ban obstructing public rights of way, so if the wing of your inflatable griffin or a tentacle from your kraken spills onto the concrete, you're technically blocking pedestrian traffic. Forces someone, especially strollers or wheelchairs, into the street? Warning or fine incoming. Number 41. Selling those spooky homemade cupcakes? You're asking for trouble. Most states have cottage food laws that control home-baked sales, permits, labeling, strict safety rules. Set up a little table on your lawn for ghost cookies? That can be seen as unlicensed food vending. A single neighbor complaint equals health inspector visit.
Number 40. A plastic pumpkin carving knife in your kid's backpack? Instant crisis. Zero-tolerance policies are brutal. One middle schooler got a 3-day suspension for bringing a tiny plastic knife from a carving kit. School called it a dangerous instrument. Context doesn't matter. Check, double-check, triple-check that bag in October. Number 39. Church trunk or treat event? More rules than the DMV. Pre-register your car. No overly gory decorations. Candy must be store-bought and sealed. Homemade treats strictly forbidden. Break the rules and you might get asked to pack up your candy and leave the parking lot. Even good-intentioned fun comes with paperwork. Number 38. Tossing candy from a second-floor window? Illegal in most cities. Laws ban throwing or dropping objects from buildings onto public streets or sidewalks, meant to prevent injuries. Fun candy bombing can turn into an eye injury or a trip and fall lawsuit. Police can cite you for public nuisance. Use the front door. Number 37. That spooky backyard bonfire? You need a not-so-spooky permit. Open burn rules in residential areas are super strict. Even small fire pit fires often require permission and must be a certain distance from houses, fences, trees, usually 25 feet or more. Neighbor reports it, fire department shows up. Fines turn cozy vibes into a very expensive mistake. Number 36. Your neighbor can call the cops because your decorations are too annoying. Beyond HOA rules, public nuisance laws. Flashing strobe lights into their bedroom window, animatronics screaming every 30 seconds all night, that's injurious to health and offensive to the senses. Police ask you to tone it down first. Refuse and fines start. Number 35. The myth that if your porch light is on, you legally have to give out candy? Total urban legend. No such law exists anywhere in the United States. Forcing you to give away your property would violate constitutional rights. Turn the light on for spirit, safety, or because you forgot, you owe nobody a single Snickers. Number 34. That skeleton holding a political campaign sign? Big mistake with the HOA. Rules against political signs don't take a Halloween vacation. Most bylaws strictly control size, number, placement. Some try to ban them outright. That skeleton with a Vote Smith sign is still political advertising. HOA wants you endorsing only Frankenstein and Dracula. Number 32. Your hyper-realistic crime scene decoration could get you charged. Every year, people call 911 thinking it's real. If your setup is deemed reckless, you can face fines for causing a false emergency. Worse, it ties up real responders who could be saving actual lives. Fake blood and dummies equals real legal drama. Number 31. Flying a ghost drone, sheet tied to it, over the neighborhood? Terrible idea. FAA rules require visual line of sight. Plus, many states updated peeping Tom laws to cover drone surveillance. Cross into a neighbor's fenced backyard, invasion of privacy. You're not a prankster anymore, you're a potential defendant. Number 30. Smashing your neighbor's pumpkin isn't a prank, it's a crime. Destruction of private property. Usually a misdemeanor, but expensive, elaborate pumpkins can push it into felony vandalism territory. Teens think kids being kids, police and courts see criminal damage. Cheap laugh versus expensive record. Number 30. That super realistic cop costume could land you in real jail. Impersonating a police officer is a serious felony, even on Halloween. If the costume is convincing enough that someone believes you're an actual officer, you're breaking the law. Penalty can be up to a year in prison. If it's good enough to make someone pull over, it's good enough to get you arrested. Number 29. Drinking a beer while walking the kids around trick-or-treating? Still illegal. Open container laws don't take Halloween off. In most of the US, it's banned on public streets, sidewalks, in cars. That festive potion cup for parents? Ticket waiting to happen. Neighborhood stroll is not Mardi Gras. Number 28. Jaywalking on Halloween night? Extra risky. Police increase patrols for safety. Kids in costumes, distracted drivers. Many places write tickets more aggressively than usual. Cross in the middle of the block and you might pay for it. Number 27. Continuing the pattern, your HOA can fine you for leaving the jack-o'-lantern out one day too long. Some bylaws demand seasonal decor removed within 72 hours after the holiday. Rotting pumpkin is an eyesore. Daily fines kick in. By mid-November, that gourd costs more than your HOA dues. Number 26. Running an unlicensed haunted house in your garage could get your whole home condemned. If you charge even a few bucks or have a real walkthrough, you're suddenly subject to commercial fire codes, permits, inspections, marked exits, extinguishers, crowd control. Serious violations, structure declared unsafe to live in. Number 25. A realistic-looking prop weapon can get you arrested under real weapons laws. Many states say if a reasonable person thinks it's real, you're in trouble. Brandishing, threats, panic in public. Police have to treat it as real until proven otherwise. One bad moment can end very badly. Number 24. That killer clown prank call? That's swatting. Fake 911 call reporting a violent crime at someone's house. Triggers SWAT response. Federal penalties include reimbursing government costs, easily $10,000, and up to 20 years in prison. Not a prank can get people killed. Number 23. You can get a lifetime ban from a theme park for the wrong costume. Disney, Universal, etc. ban guests over 14 from wearing anything that could make people think you're an official character or employee. No pro-level princess gowns, no movie-accurate suits. Violate, ask to change or leave. Refuse, trespass order, lifetime ban from all their parks worldwide. Number 22. In one Illinois town, you're legally required to be happy on Halloween. Zion, Illinois Municipal Code says the holiday is for fun and goodwill and bans any act that creates ill will. Grumpy argument with a neighbor about decorations, technically violating city policy. Mandated smiles, only in America. Number 21. Putting a flaming bag of dog poop on a porch is felony arson in most states. Intentionally setting fire on an inhabited dwelling, even small, can be charged as structure arson. Years in prison, massive fines, even if the damage is minimal. You think prank, DA sees arsonist.
Number 20. In Delaware, it's illegal to sell your kids extra Halloween candy. State law bans bartering, selling, or exchanging any confection received from trick-or-treating. Old post-war sugar rationing relic that was never repealed. Fine, $5 to $100. Your child's candy trading empire? Illegal black market. Number 19. Your apartment building can ban trick-or-treating completely. Many high-rises prohibit door-to-door soliciting, including kids asking for candy for security reasons. Instead, they do lobby parties. Before you costume up, check the lease, or you'll be trick-or-treating in the elevator. Number 18. Some towns have an official rain date for Halloween. If bad weather is forecast, the town council postpones trick-or-treating to the next weekend. Government literally reschedules a holiday. Feels fundamentally wrong, like moving your birthday because it rained. Number 17. You can be kicked out of a stadium for the wrong mask. Most NFL and college venues ban full face masks for anyone over 12. Year-round rule for security. Your Darth Vader or Michael Myers mask comes off at the gate. No face, no entry, no matter how much you paid for the ticket. Number 16. In Alabama, it's illegal to dress as a priest, nun, or minister for Halloween if it's seen as ridicule or fraud. Misdemeanor, up to $500 fine and a year in jail. Rarely enforced, but the law exists. Your holy costume could lead to unholy legal trouble. Number 15. That fake parking ticket prank could be a federal crime. If it looks too much like official USPS mail, you're violating federal law against inducing belief something was sent by mail. Fine up to $10,000. Your $5 prank isn't worth 5 figures, especially if the victim is a federal agent. Number 14. Giving a trick-or-treater an apple could theoretically get you sued. Old paranoia about tainted treats. If you give unsealed homemade items and a kid gets sick later, even unrelated, parents might blame you and sue. You spend money on lawyers proving innocence. That's why everyone sticks to boring sealed candy. Number 13. Your fog machine could trigger a 5-alarm response and a 4-figure fine. Artificial fog sets off smoke detectors in nearby homes or businesses. False alarm, fire trucks roll out. Many cities bill the homeowner for negligent false alarms, easily $2,000 plus. Call the non-emergency line first. Number 12. It's illegal to tie your horse to a fire hydrant even if you're dressed as the Headless Horseman.
Old 19th century laws still on the books in many cities, never repealed. Unlikely to get ticketed today, but technically enforceable. Find proper parking for your steed. Number 11. Your zombie costume could get you fined for saggy pants. Several towns have ordinances banning pants that show underwear. Halloween doesn't suspend them. Torn clothes plus low-hanging pants equals violation. Fines $25 to $100. Government acting like your disappointed grandparent. Number 10. That scary clown lurking in the woods isn't just creepy, he's breaking the law. After 2010's clown panics, many places passed anti-clown ordinances. Some counties ban appearing in clown costume or mask in public spaces, parks, woods, outside sanctioned events. Fine plus up to 30 days jail. Number 9. Your apartment building can ban trick-or-treating entirely. Repeated for flow in the narration, many large buildings prohibit soliciting for security. Number 8. Some towns officially postpone Halloween for rain. Reinforced. Number 7. Stadium mask bans. Reinforced. Number 6. Alabama priest costume banned. Reinforced. Number 5. Fake parking ticket federal risk. Reinforced. Number 4. Unlicensed haunted house in garage. Home condemnation risk. Reinforced. Number 3. Realistic prop weapon arrest risk. Reinforced. Number 2. Swatting clown prank call. Massive fines and prison. Reinforced. Number 1. The undisputed king of dumb Halloween rules. In Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, if October 31st falls on a Sunday, Halloween is officially moved to October 30th. Law written decades ago to avoid clashing with church services. Police actually enforce it. Tell kids, come back tomorrow. Fine up to $150. The only place in America where you can get ticketed for celebrating Halloween on the actual day of Halloween. There you have it. 50 ways your Halloween fun can end in a fine, a court date, or a lifetime Disney ban. What's the dumbest Halloween rule you've ever dealt with? Drop it in the comments. And if you think HOA decoration rules are bad on Halloween, just wait till you see what they do to Christmas lights.